Welcome, it's Michael Murray with Benzinga, joined here today by Rhonda Wong, the CEO and co-founder of Ohmyhome. Rhonda, it's a pleasure to have you with us. How are you?
Hi everyone, I'm Rhonda Wong from Ohmyhome. Doing very well.
Excellent. Rhonda, great to have you here. Let's talk about Ohmyhome. You integrate many different services from selling a home to renovations to maintenance. Why did you go this comprehensive route as opposed to something more specialized like some other competitors in the space may do?
Well, because when someone is trying to sell or buy their home, it's typically not a very simple process. And typically, you don't also just engage one service. Usually, in a home buying process, for example, you'll require mortgage. You may need to have renovation services after you've secured your property. And in the process of securing your property, you want information, you want research, you want to know the valuation of the property that you're buying. So all of this information that you need, all the services that you need, is how we have understood the process to be very cluttered, very opaque, and sometimes also very fragmented. So what we aim to achieve at Oh My Home is that how can we, through the use of technology, be able to help every single person from the person who is just buying their very first home or selling their first home to the sophisticated investor who is selling their 10th home. How can we help everyone have a very seamless transaction cycle? We have this saying at Oh My Home that we aim to serve a customer for a lifetime.
Wonderful. Tell us about your new product, Homer AI. What makes that so special?
Well, I love to talk about Homer AI. It's super exciting. Now, you think about in a property transaction cycle, whether you're a buyer, tenant, or seller, most of the time we find that our consumers they take about 6 months to think through this process. What are they thinking about? They're thinking, should I sell my home? What price can I get, for selling my home? How much cash will I receive at the end of the transaction? Now, all of these questions we usually ask to a broker, an agent, and we have to ask them within the working hours, within the time that they will respond. The beauty with Homer AI is that Homer will tell you everything you need to know about your property. In fact, Homer knows more about your property than most agents in the market. And the beauty of that is that the information is accurate and it's instant, regardless of the time that you're asking this question. So as we continue to build Homer, you will start experiencing a digital agent who is at your service any time of the day. So Homer right now tells you things about your current transaction prices in your neighborhood. It tells you about the investment opportunity, the rental yield, helps you calculate your finances. So these are the current version, of Homer AI, which our customers have found extremely useful. And if in the event that they would like to sell or buy a property, then Oh My Home is prime to be the first to serve them. So we're going to be, continue investing our time and efforts into building Homer AI so that wherever you may be in the world, we would love Homer to be there, right there for you for any property related questions.
What changes have you seen in preferences of consumers? Are more people looking for a tech solution when it comes to buying and selling homes? Are you seeing this becoming more prevalent?
We definitely have seen a huge trend growing towards technology. But one thing I'll tell you is that customers are not necessarily looking for technology specifically. What customers are looking for is convenience. Customers want answers fast. They want the results to be certain. They want to know that if I want to sell a property, it will be done well. It will be done in time, for the next phase of their life. So these are things that we think about with our technology. How can we build technology such that it can continue to serve our customers better? We can increase the customer lifetime value with Oh My Home and continue to serve them beyond their individual needs. We hope that they'll refer their friends and family to us, and that's what we've been seeing with Oh My Home. And that's how we have been able to transact over 13,000 transactions and becoming the most highest rated transaction platform in our region. Now, we've also observed, since we started in 2016, that customers are less likely to call us these days. They prefer to go on our website, on our app, click around and find answers. And if they needed to ask a question, they would prefer to chat than to call. And what the beauty with Oh My Home is that today, if you chat with us, we have a hybrid of chatbots AI and human answering these questions. So most of the time you'll find that our chat is in very natural language. It feels very comfortable for the customer without feeling like a robot or machine or templated messages answering them. So customers will get to enjoy the service of having the ability to chat with our Ohmyhome platform any time of the day. And with the addition of Home AI, we will continue to build towards giving customers answers accurately and quickly anytime they want.
Rhonda, in one of Oh My Home's recent news pieces, it was mentioned that Americans have advantages in buying Singapore properties. Can you share a little bit more context on that?
Yes, so Singapore, the government here has been trying to curb the market, for the last 10 years. And how they have tried to curb the market is by implementing additional stamp duties on anyone who's buying multiple properties. So if you're a local, if you're a Singaporean, the taxes are relatively high, but not quite as high as a foreigner. So today, if you are a foreigner, that means you're not a Singaporean, a citizen or permanent resident, and you try to buy a property in Singapore, you will have to pay additional buyer's stamp duty of 60%. 60%. That means for a $1 million home, you have to pay 600,000 in cash just for the additional buyer's stamp duty. And hold it there. The beauty of it is that if you're American, you get to waive this entire $600,000. So you get to purchase a property just like a Singaporean first time a homeowner, where you only pay a very small base level fee of stamp duties. And thereafter, if you were to buy the second or third property, then you have to pay additional buyer's stamp duty. So the beauty of it is that for all Americans out there, if you're looking to invest into a beautiful city, one of the most expensive real estate cities in the entire world, that is safe, that has a huge potential for growth. We definitely want you to look into Singapore, and Oh My Home will be definitely your go-to trusted platform, that you can shop for Singapore properties.
Understood. And a final question for you, Rhonda, as we close. How will AI change the housing market as we move forward in this industry?
Well, we find that AI can help us beyond just chatting and qualifying customers, helping us understand customers' needs. It also helps us capture data much more accurately. So, for example, if a buyer were to inquire about a three-bedroom home in a specific location, we're able to capture this data very accurately, even if there is a spelling error, even if there's a pronunciation error. We also find AI helpful in our photography, so you can start converting a gloomy sky into a nice, beautiful morning. You can start converting a pre-renovated home into a beautifully renovated home. You can fit in different furniture. So AI is very helpful in different ways, from the visual aspect of the property all the way down to the communication with the customer, as well as matching of the right property to the buyer and seller, or tenant and landlord.
Wonderful. Rhonda, we really appreciate you taking the time here to sit down with us today, learning more about your industry and specifically what Oh My Home is doing in it. Rhonda Wong, CEO and co-founder, thank you so much.
Thank you.